Web Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the Retro Web Podcast. We're your hosts, Alex.
And I'm John.
And we are the Retro Web.
Yes, we are, and it's been a long time.
Yeah, it has been. It's been a good chunk of time.
It's been 4 weeks?
Yeah, something like that.
Well, it's been 4 weeks. This is week 5.
Yeah. So
we've had like weather and Wi-Fi and stuff. And then like other things.
yeah, we've had a lot of stuff that was going on. But I'm happy that we're recording tonight.
Me and you both, brother. So much stuff has happened.
Yeah.
That's so much stuff.
So, well, I guess I'll get us started. Last week, I was a guest podcast host for Everything Action. These guys, they talk about, they kind of like what we talk about, like a lot of movies and games and stuff, but they're more, I think, in the movie oriented.
Right.
They talk comic books and stuff like that too. They're really cool guys, actually. We're gonna have to bring them on.
Yes, we are.
But yeah, if anyone who's listening, go to everythingaction.com. They have a lot of great content there. And they're awesome guys to like talk with, and it was awesome that they invited me to join them on the podcast.
Good times.
Yeah, a lot of fun. We talked like zombie stuff, and actually, while we were recording the podcast, the Age of Ultron trailer.
Oh,
wow. We're
not even gonna hide it. We're just gonna right into it, aren't we? There's one quick thing I want to get into before we even talk about Age of Ultron. Ultron? What was it? Ultron. Yeah. Okay.
Actually, you know what? Before we really get into anything else, it's my fault because I jumped the gun. I want to tell everyone where they could find us.
That'd be a good idea.
Yeah. So, now, anyone who's listening, you could be on iTunes or your favorite Android device or even YouTube. We have the podcast up on YouTube. But if you are listening on one device and you feel you could be better on another, you can find us on iTunes. We now have the ability for people to listen to us on their favorite Android device because of our hosting service that we have. And, of course, you can find us on YouTube. It's theretroweb.com. Or, sorry. It's youtube.com/theretroweb. Of course, you can always find us at theretroweb.com. That
was cute. TheRetroWeb.com? No, I'm sorry. YouTube.
Yes. Yeah, I feel like that was pretty much all of it. And don't forget to subscribe to us on everything.
Subscribe.
YouTube, iTunes, favorite Android device area. Before the end of the podcast, I'm going to actually figure out what the URL is for our feed for the podcast. So that way, you should be able just to search the Retro Web and on your favorite like podcasting device. But I'm going to have that feed at some point during the podcast and shout it out.
Sounds
good. So now that I've gotten that out of the way, I'll let you continue, bud.
Okay, we can jump into Ultron, but before we do, I want to talk about something. All right?
Yes.
In 2007, Marvel came out with Iron Man.
Yes.
And since then, Marvel has been spanking DC in movies.
Yes, they have been. When it comes to live action movies.
Yes, because animated movies for DC are amazing. I own most all of them now.
Oh yeah.
They are better than their live action movies to now.
Yes.
So, in our absence, or 4 weeks off, DC announced their lineup for their upcoming movies to 2020. And it reads like this. 2016, Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice, and Suicide Squad. Which, I know you're familiar with that.
I'm actually recently been officially introduced to
because of
Suicide Squad.
they kind of just did a movie, The Attack on Arkham, I think it's called. The
Yes,
animated
yes.
movie.
Assault on Arkham, which I
Assault,
had
yeah.
just watched.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it is actually. Amy is all about Harley now.
Oh, love Harley.
She was into her kind of like before with some of the stuff, but like
Harley's really badass in that movie.
yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't think we were gonna get a Suicide Squad movie. So that means if Lex is in it, it means at the end of Batman v Superman he gets caught. That's what I'm gonna go with.
Yeah.
2017 we have Wonder Woman and Justice League, which self-explanatory. Wonder Woman, she doesn't really appeal to me because I'm not a woman, and I'm not wonderful. 2018, The Flash and Aquaman.
Yeah, when I first heard about the Aquaman movie, all I wanted to do was, all I wanted for them to hear from them was
James Cameron.
Yeah, Jim Cameron directing it, and I'll give you one guess as to who.
Vinny Chase.
Yeah.
Entourage, good show.
Yeah.
I wish it's not gonna happen though.
Yeah, it was. What's his real name? Like it's like Adrian Greer or something like that, or
yeah, Guriani or something.
Yeah,
like that.
Yeah, some G last name.
Something very Italian.
Yes.
2019, Shazam, and The Rock is playing Black Adam, which is phenomenal. He's playing a bad guy.
Yeah, I'm hoping that they do or start to do a lot more. I'm happy that they're going outside of the suit. Like, all right, I love the Batman movies, and I want them to keep going.
Mm-hmm.
All right. With that being said, I'm hoping that they get outside of just like they've been sticking to like the Superman and Batman stuff.
It's time we got a good Flash movie and Aquaman movie, stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm excited to see where they take some of these newer movies, and knowing how DC looks at their live action stuff, I know it's going to have a certain feel and look to it, as opposed to the
they all got to fit into that Zack Snyder world. As much to like all the Captain America stuff had to fit into the Jon Favreau, Josh Whedon world.
Yeah.
Also, 2019 Justice League 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then 2020, Cyborg standalone movie, which intrigues me, but we'll see. And a reboot of Green Lantern.
I'm not surprised about the reboot. It would be smart of them to try to. Really, a reboot is really what it needed. Because Green Lantern, he can be done really well, I think, on the silver screen.
Yeah, if not Ryan Reynolds attached to it.
Yeah. What's funny is I like Ryan Reynolds, and like as Deadpool, he is perfect.
Yes. If they do Deadpool right in the upcoming movie.
Is he going to play Deadpool again? Do you know?
Yes.
Yes?
He's playing Deadpool, not Weapon 11.
Yeah, I think he's perfect for a Deadpool, considering, like just the kind of actor he is, the kind of humor he can do.
Yeah. Then, for DC, I posted this earlier on Facebook. DC is now the Mighty Ducks, and Marvel has become the Hawks. Because Marvel didn't even give them a week to enjoy it. Because I think it was like 6 days later they leaked the trailer for Age of Ultron.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Age of Ultron.
Wait, we'll get to that.
Okay.
Because today, almost a week today later, Marvel had their press conference. And said, DC, we gave you 7 days to enjoy your life. Now we're going to kill you. Because they released their movie lineup. Which, the one we at Comic-Con in June or July, whatever Comic-Con was close. But we both were like, we were announcing the movies that one podcast. We were like, I don't think it's all the way true. I think something's going to change. And boy, oh boy.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, Marvel came all hard. Now we all know Age of Ultron and Ant-Man are next.
Yes. And I am so excited about these next movies that Marvel's doing, and I I'll get into this after we talk a little bit about it as to why I think Marvel's doing so well compared to DC when it comes to live action.
Yeah.
Because I was actually listening to a Kevin Smith podcast, and he had who was he talking to? I don't remember the guy who he was talking to, but he was someone who was kind of big in the comic book world and in some way, shape, or form. And so I'm going to be pretty much relaying what I heard in that podcast in it. I think it was like the Fat Man on Batman podcast.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
But yeah, I'll let you continue on.
Okay. So we know Age of Ultron's next, and then Ant-Man, which I still think it should be the other way around, but it's Tony Stark doing it's fine. So then, May 6, 2016, we Captain America 3 Civil War.
Oh, yeah.
They're not even making an Avengers movie.
Oh, yeah, they're making it. Basically, it's an Iron Man, Captain America movie.
Fight. Yeah, that's what they're doing.
And the one thing that in a way bugs me, and I know it has to go down this way. It's because it's the only way it can go down. It's going to be Iron Man versus Captain America. I wish they kind of made it, just named it Civil War and didn't put Captain America on it.
Right.
I wish they kept it there, and then just keep the two guys as the main characters. Keep Tony Stark and Captain America, as the two featured people in it. When you name it Captain America Civil War, you instantly put that, you're instantly leaning it to like one side.
Right.
And of course it's like,
and if we all read the comics, spoiler alert, Cap, it doesn't end well for Cap in the comics.
It's
So I think if they could have just went Captain America 3, Iron Man 4. It's pretty much what it's gonna be.
Yeah. And I'd say just name it Civil War, because that tells it right there. Just Civil War.
Exactly.
I think the only reason why they're putting Captain America on the name, marketing wise, is because Captain America is big right now.
It's huge. That second movie. Yeah,
it is doing rather well. So putting that name on it, marketing wise, it's a smart way to approach it.
Right.
But I'm always rooting for Iron Man until and
see, I love Cap. He's my favorite.
See, Iron Man's my favorite, but I love Captain America also. Okay, so with that, being said, there, I know how it's gonna kind of go down in the end, to a certain degree. Like before I put my foot in my mouth or anything like that. I haven't read the comics, but I've read some stories that were based around them, and I've one of the PlayStation games, the
Ultimate Alliance.
Yeah, Ultimate Alliance.
I love those games.
That takes place during like the Civil War.
Yep.
Kind of storyline, and so I have an idea as to how it's gonna kind of go down, and it does get really intense. And I remember playing the game and being kind of upset about having to make that decision between Captain and
Iron Man.
Iron Man, and I couldn't help but want to go with the Captain America side. My natural inclination, and all I could think was just like, oh, just Iron Man, just come on, just like he's the only character in the Marvel universe that makes total sense as to why he chooses his side.
Yep, and it makes total sense why Captain America chooses his side.
Yeah,
it's a brilliant, and the way they do it, these movies with the acting, it's gonna even be better than the comics. It's gonna be very good.
And it's, I kind of, it's gonna be. I can't wait for it because I know it's gonna be one of those movies where I'm gonna be sitting there torn the whole time.
Yep.
That's why it's going to be. It's gonna be good. At least as long as they approach it right.
Yeah. And, all right, November 4th, 2016, and they just announced the casting. Benedict Cumberbatch is our Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I'm excited about this, and I think he's he's a great actor.
Yeah,
You know, he's Sherlock. He played
Khan and
Khan in Star Trek. Like he's a great actor.
he's America's adopted sweetheart right now.
And I think the only thing that I'm unsure about is that Doctor Strange has facial hair. And I've never seen him with facial hair. I don't even know if it's possible for him to grow facial hair, but he needs to have the facial hair.
He also when he smiles, I don't even ever notice, but when he smiles, he's got the Grinch smile.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be funny to see Doctor Strange with the Grinch smile.
Yeah, and so what's funny is that if Robert Downey Jr. wasn't playing Tony Stark,
he would have been perfect.
Yeah, he would have been perfect for Doctor Strange.
See, I had a couple, they were talking about Joaquin Phoenix. I was like, yeah, he could work. I thought maybe Johnny Depp would be a good Doctor Strange. And then I thought maybe Jared Leto would be a very good Doctor Strange.
See, Jared Leto.
Scrilo Kid, 30 Seconds to Mars, lead singer. He just won an Oscar. He was in Panic Room. He's the dude with the cornrows in Panic Room.
I saw that so long ago.
Yeah, well, he's a good actor. It is what it is. Benedict Cumberbatch, she's fucking better actor than Jared Leto, I know that. Alright. July 28th, 2018. Thor Ragnarok.
Ragnarok. Yeah,
Ragnarok.
Yeah. Thor, I feel like it's just gotten better with time.
Yeah, because I didn't like one at all. It's my least favorite Marvel movie.
Well,
I like the Dolph Lundgren Punisher's first Thor movie.
Yeah, well, the first Thor movie, I think what its biggest issue is that I think they didn't know how to approach it because it's so different from a lot of the other Marvel Universe.
It just shows Thor.
It
needs help.
Yeah, it was still like a good movie, but it wasn't to par to the other Marvel films that were out at the time.
Exactly.
It was one of those they had to make it and put it out before Avengers. And but you know what, it's gotten better with age.
Yes,
I think it really has. The second one came out and it found it a more comfortable place.
Yep.
In the Marvel universe. So I'm excited about Ragnarok now.
Yeah, me too.
I can't wait to see it.
All right. November 3rd, 2017, Black Panther. Never really got into Black Panther, but I'm sure the movie's going to be really good.
In some of the Avengers cartoons,
he's in there, yeah, but I don't know
he's
much
in there,
about him.
And he's a good character. I'm actually kind of excited about it. I can't wait for that to come out. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to see that in theaters.
Yeah. And now we get to the heart of it. Avengers Infinity War Part 1. Oh.
It's parts 1 and part 2. Holy crap.
Also,
they're like a year apart, so they're making that into like
they're probably filming them both at once. Very Lord of the Rings.
Oh yeah. All right, before we get to the Avengers, you skipped one, right?
What? Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, May 5th.
2017. Sorry. I was excited for Infinity Wars.
Oh yeah, well, come on, it's another Avengers film. I'm excited about it myself. I feel like I need to catch up on some of my reading because that's one storyline I don't know. Honestly.
Guardians?
Yeah, and I feel like Guardians of the Galaxy. I already said it, I think in one of our other podcasts. I didn't really know them until I randomly started reading the one of the newer Avengers comics.
Right.
And so I thought they were kind of cool in there, and I thought it was a cool little introduction to them. But the Avengers Infinity War, I'm not sure if I know that. Like I know the name.
Do you know Thanos? You know Thanos.
Yeah, I know Thanos.
Okay, you know his big mitt with the stones in it?
Yeah.
That is the Infinity Gauntlet.
Oh yeah, okay.
That is, and the stones have been in all the movies. He's got it now. Power, mind. I can't remember them all. I haven't read the book in a while, and they don't really talk about the movie, so I gotta catch up on it. But I know Loki has the mind or spirit. It's in his Loki Pokey stick. The stick he has in Avengers where he touches people and corrupts them. I think that's the Stone of Mind. The Tesseract is the Stone of Power. I'm not going to try to guess with this stuff and look like an idiot. I'm just going to say I don't remember them.
Yeah.
But that's
what I'm straight up just honest about. It's like
yeah.
I wish I knew like every little aspect, and it's like I consider myself kind of to be a geek, but I feel like there are points where people are like, Alex, where's your geek card? We need to take that for a while.
Yeah,
if play some catch up.
If I was to read all the comics I did as a kid, I would know everything, but I can't remember everything I read 30 years ago.
Yeah, it's...
You know what I mean? Like, I had a massive comic book collection when I was younger and got lost in the flood, and I didn't go back and rebuy them when I got older. So, it's like, if I hear it, I'm like, oh yeah, that's what that is. So if I see a character, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember him.
Yeah.
But I can't remember everything I've ever read, so it's kind of lost on me, some of it. But I vaguely remember, I think there's 6 or 7 stones, and I think they've been in all the Avengers movies. The Tesseract, Loki's stick, Guardians of the Galaxy, they just had that stone. I think Thor 2 had one in it. Thor had one in it. They've been in there, like, all the movies.
Yeah.
July 6, 2018, Captain Marvel.
I'm excited about that, because I actually read some Captain Marvel when I was a kid.
I got some at the house right now. But we'll see how that translates and how he fits into the Avengers lineup. But the same thing with the next one, Inhumans. November 2nd, 2018. The wife, the lady knows more about it than I do. She loves Inhumans.
Yeah. I'm kind of in that same kind of boat. Like I don't know much about Inhumans, and
yeah.
I know some of my friends are if they listen to this, they would say, Alex, why are you doing this podcast?
Yeah.
Like why do you even talk anymore?
Yeah, and ending out the Marvel run is Avengers Infinity Wars Part 2. May 3rd, 2019.
Yeah.
A year, almost to the day later from Infinity Wars Part 1. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
That is a brilliant concept.
I can't wait. It's one of those things where, like, you see this lineup, and all you can think about is, I have to wait so many years for this one. I have to wait for so many years for this one.
Yeah.
Why are they making me wait? Why can't they just put them all into production right now? And and I'm sure with this planning ahead of time, they're going to be able to try to make sure they get all the people that they need in advance. I'm happy that Robert Downey Jr. enjoys doing Iron Man, because if he didn't,
yeah, I think had they cast anybody else as Iron Man in the first movie, I don't think we'd be having this conversation right now.
Yeah.
I think it solely rests on Robert Downey Jr. And that man should be given anything he wants ever in the world because he made all this happen.
Yeah, well, he played Tony Stark so perfectly. Like, after Iron Man came out, it was just one of those things where I couldn't help, but I can't see anyone else as Iron Man.
Exactly.
And he officially defined the character in the live action world.
And his tone, his style of acting and tone of sense of humor set the tone for the whole freaking setup for everything.
Yeah. You know what's one thing maybe we didn't talk, maybe I was talking about one of the other podcasts. But one thing that I want to say that you had talked about it also, though, that we're not seeing in this lineup is Planet Hulk.
Yes, they canceled Planet Hulk. Apparently, they're going to have bigger roles in other movies. I think if they would have added a Planet Hulk and a Scarlet Johansson as Black Widow standalone movie, I think it would diminish the build-up, because now they're on pace for Infinity Wars and Civil War. They don't got time to send a Hulk to the planet. They don't got time to have Scarlet Witch do that. They're keeping them short and build up quick. I think that's what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah, you're probably right. And are you talking about Black Widow?
Mm-hmm. What did I say?
You said Scarlet Witch or something like that.
Yeah, I said Scarlet Witch and I said Scarlett Johansson. Yeah. I'm tired.
Yeah, but I get it. It makes sense as to why it went in that direction.
Because they were like, all right, let's do a plan.
Yeah.
After no, before Civil War. Yeah. Okay, so he's not going to be there for Civil War. All right, let's do it after Civil War. Yeah. All right, what about Infinity Gauntlet? Scrap it. I think that was like a legit conversation. That was like word for word. They were like, nah, scrap it. You can't. He's going to be on a planet during Infinity Gauntlet. I mean, Infinity Wars. Nah, forget it. I think because all the movies are connected, they didn't have the timeline to put him up there. Maybe after Infinity. Maybe he gets sent there after the Infinity Wars.
Yeah. You know what? What's his Mark Ruffalo?
Yeah.
He played a great Hulk.
He did.
A great Bruce Banner. And in that first Avengers flick, that whole thing where Tony Stark's kind of like poking and prodding him, like he wants to see it happen.
Yeah.
And like it's one of my favorite parts of the film.
Yeah, and that's the rumor why Ed Norton didn't get brought back, because him and Robert Downey Jr. didn't have charisma together and stuff. I don't know if that's true. I just think they didn't want Ed Norton.
Yeah, they most likely changed. Well, think about it. The two Hulk films, they didn't do very well, you know?
No, but I think the second Hulk movie didn't do good because of the first Hulk movie. It's like had such an uphill battle against that Ang Lee pile of crap that people were leery. I guarantee you, if Hulk came out right now, it's going to do more business than Guardians of the Galaxy, because they don't have such an uphill battle to redeem what they did.
That's true.
I think Ang Lee hurt Hulk for a while. Ed Norton was that movie to me that's an amazing movie.
It was definitely a good flick.
But it had such an uphill battle with Ang Lee. That first Hulk movie was trash. Again, I would rather watch Punisher with Dolph Lundgren than the Hulk movie.
Yeah. So, I kind of want to get into what I was going to talk about before.
Oh, there's one more.
Oh, what?
One more thing, and we haven't talked about it, and I didn't share it on Facebook, I don't think, so I don't think you know about it. Batman v Superman.
Yeah.
It was leaked. I don't know if it's been confirmed, but it's pretty much confirmed. The actress Jenna Malone is in it. She was in Sucker Punch, a couple other movies. She is supposed to be playing Carrie Kelly. You know who Carrie Kelly is?
I know the name.
Female Robin.
Oh, so they're
The Dark Knight Returns.
In Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice.
Yes.
They're bringing her in.
Yep. So that's just more with the older Batman, the Comic-Con footage where Batman's in the robotic bat suit.
Yeah, it makes me think of Batman Returns because
yeah.
Or yeah.
Dark Knight Returns.
Or Dark Knight Returns. That's so they're like, no, that's the second movie.
Yeah.
It's I'm looking at the page right now and it says that she's rumored in it.
But apparently, like, an extra from set called into a radio station, and he broke his non-disclosure agreement. It was like, yeah, she's playing her.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he doesn't really care about getting sued for, I think it was like $5 million or something like that if he talks about it. He was an extra on the movie and stuff, and I guess he's seen her. So that's awesome, because The Dark Knight Returns to me is just as good as the Nolan films.
That animated movie was awesome.
Yeah. And there's even there's a picture tweeted from the cinematographer of a wall with a playing card stuck in it. So there's rumors that Joker's also in this. Don't know how big he'll have a part if they're setting up for.
Well, in The Dark Knight Returns, there is a Batman versus Superman scene where he's wearing that suit.
Yeah.
And
he's got it on in the little teaser trailer Zack Snyder showed at Comic-Con. So we might be seeing a lot of The Dark Knight Returns in this.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing, because that movie could make its own standalone live-action film and be amazing.
Oh, yeah. So, I'm going to get back to what I was going to talk about before, involving like the Marvel versus DC
stuff.
Sir. And that one, Kevin Smith podcast, they were talking about why they feel like a lot of times Marvel did better than DC, Because if you and I probably talked about this in the podcast before, but like Marvel superheroes tend to stem from they tend to be a little more human in a way. They're not perfect.
Yes, and DC's more God.
Yeah. DC has more of like a God mode. Very righteous, very like I know right and right.
Yeah,
right is right from the beginning.
Superman. Yeah, they don't have any conflicting human emotions.
Yeah, the only person who seems to be the most human is Batman, which is why Batman does so well for them.
Yep. He's relatable.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Where a lot of Marvel characters, like Spider-Man, he's very kind of selfish until something bad happened, and that caused him to kind of change his ways. Like, there's always like some sort of negative to it. Iron Man, Tony Stark, he's
was an alcoholic.
Yeah, alcoholic. He made his own arms and sold them off, to the government to make war.
Yep.
It's you can use almost any a Marvel hero, and there's some sort of negative to them. A lot of the X-Men, they came from situations where they were, stealing and stuff like that. Like a lot of them were thieves or something like along those lines. They weren't perfect. They made these different mistakes.
They had to survive. They're survivalists.
Yeah, and in the DC universe, a lot of these people, they were kind of born like, no, this is right, and what is right, and this is how we have to be.
No gray areas with DC.
And so it's kind of, there wasn't that growing of the character that created them for who they are.
Right. Well, that comes back to the time period of like Batman, Superman, all them were very 40s and 50s.
Oh yeah, and I know back in the day when Superman first came out, I think America needed a hero kind of like that.
Exactly. And then in the 60s and 70s with Spider-Man, Batman, and all them, the times are different. It could be a little more anti-hero, hero-ish.
Yeah. And so it's kind of, when it falls into those different categories, I think it's just Marvel characters tend to be a little more relatable in their backstory. Exactly. That's why, Superman, even the reboot, which is actually a pretty good film, it didn't have the same kind of punch as any of the other Marvel characters.
Right.
There's a little more of a struggle in a sense. Like Superman, he's almost too perfect.
Yeah, so I've never really gotten into Superman because of that, because you can't be on the edge of your seat or make tension of something that can't be killed.
Yeah, and where like Batman, he's human. He's just a normal person. He just happens to be really rich.
Yeah.
And so he can afford a lot of these cool gadgets, but at the end of the day, he's still normal flesh and blood.
Right. Batman's superpower is his birthright.
Yeah.
His trust fund.
Yeah, and you could say the same kind of thing for Iron Man, but pretty much I consider them almost like the same kind of person. It's just that Iron Man's willing to drink where Batman isn't. He still has that certain. Well, I'm going to be on patrol tonight. I can't get drunk. Where Iron Man's like,
auto drive.
Yeah.
Jarvis, take me home. I gotta go home, Jarvis.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Oh yeah, and I think that's part of the reason why, the Marvel, at least the live action films, come off. To be just a lot more popular, and publicly speaking, how people seem to like better.
Yeah. Plus, DC has something Marvel doesn't. For this new setup of DC movies, they have a rule with no comedy. Whereas Marvel, there's some funny movies. Like Guardians of the Galaxy could be straight up a comedy.
Yeah, it's so good.
It really is.
I can't help but just enjoy that movie. I saw it twice in theaters. It's so good. Yeah, you're probably right with that whole thing.
Because people even horror movies have a nice little laugh every now and then, break the tension and make you feel comfortable, and then they hit you with something in the heart. But DC, if there's never a break from the constant tension and drama, it could get boring after 9 movies.
Yeah, and I think that's why the DC animated flicks do so well. Because if you think about it, like the Marvel animated flicks, they're not doing like in my opinion as well as the DC ones. All the DC ones, especially I love the Batman ones, but like if you've seen Assault on Arkham, like it gives you these. I guess what I'm trying to say, a lot of them are produced better, a lot of them are written better, and they come off really, really well.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if what DC is doing is that they're taking themselves too seriously when they're going to the big screen.
I know they are. Because if you're going to have Batman vs. Superman and there's going to be serious, I get that. It's a serious tone. But if you're going to do Suicide Squad and you're not going to have a joke cracked every now and then from those, the baddies, it's going to get dull.
Oh, yeah, and I think you're going
to... How are you going to do a Green Lantern movie with Hal Jordan without a giggle here and there? Because he's a funny character to begin with.
Yeah. So, to kind of get back on some of the, I should say the reboot of Green Lantern, they have Nathan Fillion playing his voice in the animated movies.
Yeah.
Honestly, why not just use him as the Green Lantern?
Because he's not marketable. They're gonna get a marketable name. They are.
But he is marketable. Like if you want to go after the geek world, Nathan Fillion, like he was in Firefly, one of the biggest like cult classic. I would say it's cult classic at this point.
Yeah.
TV series,
Yeah.
That just kind of exploded. Like everyone who enjoys this kind of stuff knows who Nathan Fillion is.
Right.
And he would be one of the better people to choose for that character. And I'm not, if they don't go at least consider him, I put it that way. If they don't at least consider him for the part of Green Lantern, he's already playing the voice. He already understands the character to a certain degree, from the animated series, or I should say animated movies he's done.
Right. They're not going to get him the same reason they didn't get the kid from Smallville to play Superman and Superman Returns. They're not going to get the kid that's playing Flash on TV to play the Flash in the movies. They want to differentiate. They want to do something different. That's why it's not going to happen. Yeah. And he's probably not as marketable as someone like Ryan Gosling or something like that. I said Ryan Gosling, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. And it's one of those, like, I feel like if they put Nathan Fillion there, they'll have a better, or all the geeks will be doing all the marketing for them.
Yes.
They will be telling everyone, we need to see this. Nathan Fillion, he is the guy who you need to have for this character. The fact that they're using him, it's kind of like, if you don't use him, it's not like he doesn't look like he could play a superhero either. He knows how to bulk up. If you've seen Dr. Horrible Sing Along blog, it's a Josh Whedon.
Oh, I know what it is.
Yep. He plays Captain Hammer in that. Like he knows how to bulk up.
Right. But by the time that comes, what's he now, like 40-something?
Honestly, you're probably right. I don't know.
2019, another 5 years, they ain't going with him.
You're probably right. They won't go after him, just most likely for all those reasons. But I feel like at least considering him would be a good idea.
Put him in there as like Sinestro or something, or cameo.
Yeah, heck, put him in there as like an old Green Lantern.
I'll put him in there as what Hal Jordan's like commander. What's his name? Damn, it's been a while since I read a comic. But put him in there like Hal Jordan's commander or something before he becomes a Lantern.
Yeah, just someone,
Yeah.
some sort of cameo at the very least. As a nod for the geeks.
Yeah.
I think that's how I would do it. If for some reason I couldn't get him to play the character, for one reason or another, I know he does the show Castle. For all we know, like that would keep him from doing it anyway.
Yeah.
But having that some sort of nod would be the best thing to do. Saying, we know we got to play homage to the people who are paying attention. It's same kind of like Kevin Conroy. He played the Batman and Batman animated series. Like I understand why they didn't choose him as the Batman in a lot of movies. He doesn't look like a Bruce
No,
Wayne,
he does not.
But like his voice is what we know as kids, and I feel like they should have, or they should.
He should be in Batman vs Superman. You give him a little cameo.
In some way, even if he's just like a radio host.
Yeah,
like a voice cameo. In some way, shape, or form. It's
that'd be cool.
Yeah. I feel these people should be talking to us. Like, all right, John, Alex, what should we do?
Put Kevin in Batman.
We're not necessarily saying like he has to be Batman, but just throw him in there somewhere.
Hey, he'll be a good mayor.
You don't even have to necessarily show his face. Just like we gotta hear his voice. It has to be loud and clear.
I think he'd play a good mayor of Gotham. Why not?
Yeah, and then same thing with Mark Hamill. If you're gonna have the Joker.
Joker, yeah, that is the Joker.
Bring Mark Hamill in.
Oh, I think he's a little busy right now.
Yeah, doing Star Wars.
Oh.
Did you see that picture of him with the beard?
I did. Did you see?
It's weird.
Did you see the set picture of the Chrome Stormtroopers?
Yeah, I think I did actually.
Yeah, I posted it on Facebook. You probably saw it.
Yeah.
I think they're 1 week away or 10 days away from finished filming.
Yeah, it's.
So that's gonna be awesome.
Oh yeah, definitely. Do you want to get to the Ultron?
Breaking news. Star Wars 7 trailer to debut soon with new John Williams music.
Oh, awesome.
Oh! All right. I just climaxed. All right. Let's get to Age of Ultron. Let's get to Mega Pinocchio.
So,
let's get right into it. I know you jumped it as soon as we started, but I want to bury the lead a little bit.
Yeah. Sorry, but I was just too excited, and all right. When I saw the trailer, I was actually doing the podcast with Everything Action,
right?
Like Zach, one of the hosts there, he sent me a link to it, and so while we were talking on the podcast, there's one point there. Well, you'll probably notice that I kind of completely stopped talking for
right.
a period of time. It's because I was focused on the trailer. I was trying my best to kind of pay enough attention, but like the trailer it looks so good. You get to see another the Iron Man, the big mech suit thing in there.
Right.
Ultron looks awesome.
He does. The fact that he gets so much emotion out of that face from a CG character is amazing to me.
Yeah, it's oh man,
how good is Spader's voice? Alex.
What?
They just released another clip from Avengers: Age of Ultron. There's a new trailer premiered tonight during Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and I got the link right here.
Oh, why don't you send it to me?
I'm going to right now. Do you want to get live reactions to it?
yeah, let's do it.
Can we play those sounds of us enjoying ourselves to this? It's coming your way now, homie. I am attaching it to you.
I still can't believe that your Skype name is still Twerks.
Hey, baby. I was trying to catch pedophiles. All right, there it is. Damn, it's working that fast on me?
Come on, where's the line?
I just texted to you, dude.
Oh, you texted it to me?
Much more than that, my friend.
Oh, it's 2 minutes long.
All right, I'm gonna play it on my phone.
Me too. Oh, they're trying to lift Thor's hammer. Drunk Avengers lifting Thor's hammer. Oh my god. This is the first of our podcast. You're watching it?
All right, there we go. I'm probably just a little bit behind you.
Yep.
So I'm listening to it on my phone so you can actually hear the audio.
Yep. I turned mine down because your phone's better quality.
So it's funny. I feel like that they're like a bunch of drunk frat boys trying to pick up Thor's hammer.
Yeah. Oh my god.
You're all not worthy.
Oh man.
How could you be worthy?
Yeah.
You're all puppets.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Wow.
I just can't wait.
Oh my god.
Of course, anyone who's listening to podcasts, all they're hearing is audio, and it probably doesn't sound the greatest.
Are they watching the creepy Pinocchio?
It,
Where's the end? The end of the path I started us on.
Nothing lasts forever.
I love the Hawk Busters.
there it is. It's crazy. Like, I'm so excited about this movie. There's that shot with the guy you think might be Wolverine.
Oh, I know who he is. I'll explain when we come back.
Okay.
I'll if you don't want to hear it, people, I'll tell you when I'm gonna tell you. You can spoilers alert. And that's Thor's hand next to Cap's broken shield.
Man, it just
It looks amazing.
I can't wait. May can't come quick enough.
No, it cannot. And that the shot of the hand next to Captain America's broken shield. If you pause it, you can clearly see that's Thor's arm laying next to his shield.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Now I'll get into who Andy Serkis is playing. Well, rumored to be playing. It's not old Wolverine like I was hoping, because it looks like Wolverine. But I'll tell you now, if you don't want to hear it, just like 5 seconds. I'll say it quick. Apparently he's playing, spoiler alert, Dr. Claw he's the Black Panther villain.
Okay. So
Which-
I don't know enough about Black Panther to know really who his villains are.
Yeah, neither did I.
Okay.
And he helped with the motion capture suit for Ultron and stuff. He gave Spader some tips and stuff. Because no one does motion capture better than Andy Serkis.
I can't wait. Like Avengers: Age of Ultron, it's Marvel right now. Like they are doing so much to really deliver to the fans.
Yeah, and it looks serious. Like someone's gonna die.
That's what it looks like, at least.
It's Josh Whedon. Someone's gonna die.
Yeah, well, he killed off Coulson, but he brought him back also in his own TV show.
Yeah, I didn't like that. And we still haven't got a shot of the Vision yet.
Yeah, you're right.
Like I've seen a picture of a rendering of him, but I haven't seen like live action of him yet. But we'll find out because it's rapidly approaching. And I, for one, am excited.
Oh, me too. Oh man, I can't really express how excited I am about Avengers: Age of Ultron.
I'm more pumped about that than I think I was Turtles.
Yeah, I was too. You know, or I am too. I guess I would say. Like
Yeah.
I really freaking. I feel like I'm gonna like explode into like just confetti or something. something absurd. Just like how excited I am about it. It's crazy.
It even looks like it's filmed a little more gritty. It looks like it's.
You know, I'm also happy that they brought Josh Whedon back to.
I don't think anybody else could have directed it now.
Yeah. Weren't they talking about the possibility of Jon Favreau
Yes.
doing the first one? And you know, I think we would have been happy with him directing it, but I'm happy they brought in Josh Whedon. Like
Favreau said he didn't want to do it because there's so many different worlds and mythologies that had to come together. It was going to be difficult.
Yeah, it's like he said he was able to do, you know, Iron Man. He was one superhero to focus on, and you know, from there, I shouldn't say superhero. He's not really super, other than the fact that he wears a suit.
Right.
Well, I guess he is a genius. I guess you could put it that way. You know, he's just smart and he knows what he's talking about when it comes to super sciencey things.
Right.
So I guess he still technically falls into that category either way. You know, and I think if he were to do it, I think because I feel like him and Josh Whedon they both have like a similar style to their films to a certain degree. Like they know how to deliver to the comic book geek world. I think Josh Whedon has a little more experience with it. But I think either one, like as I said, I'm happy that they chose Josh Whedon. Either way in the end, because
he knows how to
doing
pull
a really
those,
good job.
Yeah, he knows how to pull those weird, like not weird, but like difficult, different cultures, like the Thor and all that stuff together.
Yeah, he was able to do it, and I'm happy that they went with him when Jon Favreau turned it down, because it doesn't now. It makes no sense for them to choose anyone else, and I'm really hoping that he does any other Avengers films from now on.
Yeah, I really just give him everything. I think they didn't give Jon Favreau Star Wars movies though.
Did I hear you right? Are they're going to give him one, or you think they should?
They should. Right now, he's doing a live-action Jungle Book movie based on a cartoon with Scarlett Johansson and Bill Murray and stuff like that. But I think when he's done, give him Star Wars. Like I think he can. I think he'll knock a Star Wars out of it.
Yeah, you know, I think he would do a good job too. Like, I've liked Jon Favreau from like his just acting kind of days. But like after seeing Iron Man, I will see any Jon Favreau film.
Yeah. I liked Zathura when he did it.
Yeah, which I didn't realize was Jon Favreau until like later on, until right before I saw Iron Man.
Yeah, he directed some good flicks.
Yeah.
Okay, as our time is winding down, usually I like to hit you with a quiz or something.
Yes.
Or guess the state or something like that. Today I thought I would just give you some funny. No guesses, no quizzes. I want to read to you the funniest news headlines of the year, since, you know, we're only almost a month and a half, 2 months away from the end of the year. I thought it would be funny to recap some of the funniest headlines from real news stories. How's that sound?
Okay.
Some of them I won't go into detail because some don't need to go in detail. It says it all. Are you ready for some of these?
And these are genuine. This isn't like
These are straight from
they're not
the Huffington Post. These are legit.
the Huffington Post.
Yep.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Car lands on a roof. That's it. The story is a car was driving, it fell off the highway and landed on the roof.
Okay.
It's not the funniest, but it was the first one. Stolen cash returned to bank robber.
What?
A bank robber donated. He deposited money into the bank, and then robbed his bank after he deposited it. Then when he got caught because of insurance, the money he stole from himself went back into his account.
That's funny.
Yes, it is. Scottish village gets a sister city on Mars.
Okay. Like,
The Scots bought land on Mars. Not
Yeah.
the funniest.
you know what's funny? My wife bought me a plot of land on Mars.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Let's go colonate it.
Yeah.
All right. German civil servant did nothing for 14 years. Again, not the funniest. I'm building to the funny.
Okay.
Wanted man turns himself in for a reward.
That's funny.
That's, yeah. That's,
Like
he literally, and it was for $100.
that's even worse.
Yeah. Dead snake bites man. I don't get it.
Only thing I can think of is that it was a
Rat-
a muscle.
Yeah, rattlesnakes keep biting after they're dead.
Yeah.
This is for geeks. Bomb Squad finds Schrodinger's. Oh my god. Bomb Squad finds Schrodinger's cat alive. That's funny. Because you get it, he could be dead or not dead.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. 30 squirrels escaped from zoo. 38 recaptured. Those poor 8 squirrels that had the life. Police break up cat party.
Well, you have to go into more detail about that one.
A roving gang of loose cats break into a brawl. Police stop it.
These are actual like cats,
They're
like
cats.
animal.
Yes.
That's funny.
Okay. This whole thing is just so I could get to the story. This one is pretty good. Okay? And there's a picture to this one. I might put it up on the page. Hello Kitty arrested for alleged drunk driving.
That's funny.
It was a girl in a full, expensive-looking Hello Kitty costume driving her car, and she got pulled over and blew twice the legal limit. And she took her mugshot as Hello Kitty.
That's funny.
Hello Kitty is no longer a good influence.
No longer at all. I'm gonna have to. I have a coworker who's all about Hello Kitty.
Oh, I will post a link.
I'm gonna have to let him know about that.
Oh wait, there's one more.
Okay, all right. I'll take one more.
Oh, you will take it, baby. Oh, there's a couple more. Okay. Russian children take found lion to school. Children playing on the Russians. I don't know how to pronounce these Russian words. Rosatov region found a 5-month-old lion cub and took it to school with them. The teacher contacted authorities, but the children played with the lion cub while waiting. The cub then urinated on all of the desks and ate the teacher's stool. Alright. A fox sends text messages from stolen phone. That absurd and funny.
See, I have to assume it was like an accidental thing and it didn't make any sense.
It
But
was,
if it was like ended up being something that was somewhat legible on accident, that'd be.
I would be amazed if the text was like, boop, 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 boop. You know what did the fox say?
Oh yeah.
No, apparently someone stole a phone, and when they got nervous, they threw it into the woods, and the fox was playing with it and sent a text messages.
That's funny.
Yeah. No, it spelt out a few words just by spell check.
oh yeah, auto correct.
Yeah.
I can see that happening. You're right. I forgot
There's
about
no way. One of the words the fox spelt was rape. I fry.
That's
Stranger.
danger.
Stranger. It texts stranger, rape, and I fry. And,
That's
and
so.
then a bunch of letters, numbers.
Well, now we know what the fox says.
That's a good one.
I just added on to your original joke.
No, but you took it. Mine kind of died, and you're like, no, I'll make this funny.
I did take it, make it better. But it looks like that's it for our podcast.
I wish I had something stronger to go out with.
No, I feel like I think it was still a good ending.
Yeah, you say.
I was able to use the the facts.
What did the fox say? That's good. You saved it.
Thank you. I sometimes I try. But
The fork in the road is taken.
so
Alright.
I was able to figure out what our actual feed address is. So if you
Throw that out there, homie.
as I said, you can listen to it on any iPod, through with iTunes or any Android device. Our RSS feed is http:// theretroav.podbean. I'm sorry, I'm going to repeat this one more time. http:// theretroav.podbean.com/feed. So that's the direct link as to how to directly get subscribed to our podcast. Also, we're on YouTube, so don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe there. And of course, you can follow John and I on Twitter. I'm at AlexJonik. You'll see it in the description or on the webpage. I post it everywhere.
You do. I do too.
Yeah, and also on the YouTube page in the description right there too. John, what's your Twitter?
At John Davern, JohnDavern.
And of course, there will be a link in the description right for his also. Again, thanks you guys for listening, and we'll catch you guys next time.
Love you.